any of that. I don't want to hear I'm scared, I'm not confident, I'm not convinced, because we are going through on Thursday. We've got 2 days to go until Thursday. What I want you to do tonight, as soon as the sun sets, as soon as the darkness of the skies comes out, I want you to glance up at that sky and know that our destiny is written in between all of those stars which you're going to glance at tonight. Because that same sky is going to surround the Olympico on Thursday night, full of stars. The same sky which has written our destiny against Barcelona. The same sky which has written our destiny against Bodo Glimt last season. And the same sky which will design our destiny on Thursday too. Because we're going through to the semi-finals of the Europa League. Look, it's normal to be scared. It really is normal. I'm a bit scared too, I'll be honest with you. But we shouldn't be scared because we've got the biggest thing, which is probably the biggest thing of this match reaction, which we'll talk about. And it's home advantage. It's that Olympico magic. Feyenoord fans don't know what will happen inside that stadium on Thursday. We weren't allowed to go to their ground. They're not allowed to come in our ground. And I know some of these little dickheads have arrived in Italy, have allied with Napoli fans. By the way, I've had enough of these Napoli fans allying against us. I've had enough of this. Up to Milan tonight. Send Osimhen back home. He deserves that. I've had enough of Napoli ultras allying with every single team possible just to undermine us. Just have some of that. Leao's going to haunt you tonight, you dickheads. They are in Italy. They are going to come to Rome. They're probably going to destroy something, but we don't care. Because if we then beat them on Thursday, they're going to go back in Rotterdam with the embarrassment of not just ruining a game, ruining a sport, but also ruining a culture. So if they come to Italy, in fact they are in Italy, and they destroy something and then they get thrown out on Thursday, how embarrassing could that be? How embarrassing could that be? But that's kind of what ultimately we want. We want to send them back home. We want to sing La Roma, si il Feyenoord, oh, La Roma. Yeah, I'm a bit hyped today. I can't wait for Thursday. I really cannot wait because I'm convinced. Just to let you guys know, I was way more scared against Udinese than on Thursday. Because I know the players are going to focus on Thursday. I know the players will want to score on Thursday. I know the fans will be there on Thursday. The entire section which was dedicated to the away fans, which obviously cannot come, has been sold to Roma fans. We have got an officially all sold out stadium. Siri, why do you pop up every time I spell the word S? I really don't know why. That's the thing. It's gonna be the first time, I think under Mourinho, where there's gonna be an entire sold out stadium, because even that away section is ours, and that's not normally given to Roma fans. But anyways, let's get in the match preview, because it's an important game. It's an important game, and all of this confidence, all of this positivity is great, but ultimately we're not the ones to play. We're not the ones to decide Thursday's game. 11 players, which over the course of 2 years have kind of become 11 brothers, and the guardian of the ship, let's call it, Mourinho sitting on that bench. I think, in fact, let's start with them. They're nothing. They are nothing. They are absolutely nothing. The fact that we've hit 2 posts, I think a post and a crossbar, and missed a penalty in their home ground means that we've ultimately dominated them in their own ground. Realistically speaking, name me one Rui Patricio save that he had on Thursday. Not one. They shot once and they scored once. Yes, this match reaction is me trying to hunt them down and push them down, but that is effectively what they are. That they are no one. In fact, I don't think they're even a greatly better team than Udinese, to be honest with you. I think Udinese at the start of the season would have challenged Feyenoord. They're a team which have obviously gotten luck in the first leg, and luck was definitely on their side. I think Bodo Glimt could be argued is better than Feyenoord, and we've destroyed Bodo Glimt 4-0 in the second leg, just to give you a perspective of how much the Olympico factor counts in this. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be one of those 70,000 fans, obviously documenting everything, and I cannot wait. I mean, look, there is no point of us speaking about them because nothing changed. If you want me speaking about them, first of all, this is not a Feyenoord fan channel, so I want to focus on my team more. And second thing, we've discussed about them in the first leg. In the space of a week, nothing changed. The same players are there. I'm going to effectively say the same things. So why not focus on us, and why not just completely and already dive into the predicted 11. I have gone with the standard predicted 11. Standard predicted 11. I have gone with a little few changes from the first leg. I've gone with Llorente in defense instead of Ibanez. Now, I have gone with this just because Llorente is living a better moment than Ibanez. Ibanez can be better at set pieces, and we have to score goals in this game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many goals you want, we have to score. If we don't score, it's done. So, as much as Ibanez could be a better weapon for us to score on set pieces, I also think Llorente is living a better moment. And I think it'd be a lie from me to say if Llorente isn't living a better moment. Llorente played 3 games as a starting player in this team, and 3 clean sheets have been kept. Therefore, I really have gone with him, and Smalling and Mancini in defense. Obviously, this is an attack game. We have to score. When I mean we have to score, I obviously mean we have to defend too. Because if we concede a goal, then it becomes 3 times harder. So we have to keep that clean sheet that we normally do at the Olympico with Smalling, Mancini and Llorente. But we have to put that pressure in the attack. And I think the game plan in this game will be similar to Salzburg. I think the game plan in this game is to score an early goal. Because the second we score an early goal, ladies and gentlemen, we have killed them psychologically. The second, y'all remember that Bodo Glimt game? We scored the first goal, I swear, after 2 minutes. If we bag a goal in this game after 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or even in the first half, even in the first 30 minutes, let's say, you are going to kill them psychologically. Because they already know that they're going down. And added on to the pressure that they've conceded a goal, they've got 70,000 fans booing at them every time they've got the ball. So the second we bag an early goal, they're done. The second we bag an early goal, book that flight to Budapest. Book it. Book it. Okay? So, early goal, and you kill them psychologically. And the second you kill them psychologically, they're going to panic. And the second they panic, they're not going to complete that attacking football that we've seen in the first leg from their side. I think the big player, which we have to mark really well in this game, is Kokchu. I know his name isn't the best of names because it almost rhymes with something else. But I think their biggest player is not Santiago Jimenez, because as we've seen in the first leg, he did absolutely nothing. Smalling and Mancini are easily going to pocket the guy. I think Kokchu has got a similar, maybe a bit more offensive, but a similar position to Lobotka and Napoli. Look at Milan. Milan, when they beat 4-0 Napoli a few weeks ago, they studied Lobotka's position really well. And they put 3 players surrounding Lobotka at every stage of the game. If we put 3 players, and if we put high pressure on Kokchu, who is literally the main man in this team, who is literally the man who every goal they score, the ball comes from his feet. If we surround him, I think it's going to bring massive advantages. I think Kokchu is the guy to limit in this game. But yeah, moving on. My four midfielders, my two fullbacks, Spina and Zalewski. Yes, Chilik defends better. Yes, Zalewski was the man to blame for the goal we conceded in the first leg. But I'll be honest with you, we got to score in this game. And Zalewski brings that offensive support that Chilik dreams about. So Zalewski starts, Spina on the other side, and Gini and Matic in the middle. Cristante, I don't know. Cristante could start this game, especially because a hint is that Cristante is having the press conference with Mourinho tomorrow. I know that's a useless hint because Bove had the press conference the first leg and then he didn't start. But I don't know. It's a little hint. Maybe Cristante could start this game, but I think we need Matic experience, and obviously we need Gini because we have to score. I think it would be a great mistake to start with both Matic and Cristante in this game because we need goals, and Gini guarantees you the goals. More than Cristante. So I have gone with these two midfielders. And then up front, Pellegrini, who has to give a momentum, with Tammy up front, who has to give a good streak to his goal on Sunday against Udinese. And then the big question mark is Dybala. Dybala's back. Dybala today has trained with the group for the entire day, which is great news because we've still got an entire 24 hours to go, plus the morning training session on Thursday. It was just a little problem, nothing major. He'll be back for this game, and we need him back for this game. Because if we scored 3 goals against Udinese without Dybala on the pitch, none of them were set pieces, we can score a lot of goals with Dybala on that pitch. I think we're starting to score more goals, which explains the importance of Gini Wijnaldum in this team. When Gini plays, we definitely score more goals. And when you add Dybala up front, we score even more goals. So the question with Dybala is, because the question with Dybala is, can he play 90 minutes? 90 minutes, if not more, if we go to extra time. So the big question mark on Dybala right now is not if he plays or doesn't play. He will play. He will have a contribution to this game. The question mark on Dybala right now is, do we sub him in and kind of have that Dybala factor towards the end? Or do we leave Dybala out at the start? Or do we put Dybala immediately to try and find that early goal and then maybe sub him off at the end? So that's the question mark. Do we keep him on and find an early goal? Or do we put him at the end to maybe, if the game is 0-0, to kind of create something? Or maybe if it's 1-1 and they equalize, to try and create something? That's the question on Dybala, I think. Whether we start with him or maybe he plays 90 minutes. I'm not sure. Maybe he can play 90 minutes. But I'm not sure about this. So this is something which the team will definitely understand. Tomorrow, look, I mean, we've not got much to say. We've not got much to say because it's not complicated. You know, we just need a goal. We just need a goal. Obviously not conceding any. We need that goal, and we re-equilibrate everything. And the second we score a goal and don't concede a goal, they are psychologically hurt. And that's where we exploit that stage and score another goal. Game plan is going to be very similar to Salzburg. Look, we've scored a goal in the first 30 minutes. They were psychologically hurt, and then we scored the second goal after 5 minutes. It's the game plan is going to be very similar to that. We need goals. We've scored 3 against Udinese. They've got interesting players in defense and attack, but overall we've beat them in the last May. And at the end of the day, we all have that dream of sending that bold goblin back home. That's the dream. That the first thing I'm gonna do if we qualify for the semifinals is go on that guy's Instagram and write, "You're a Bruce Willis wannabe. You're bold. You act like you're an actor. Just change your name to Bruce Willis if you want to." That's the first thing which I'm gonna do. The first thing I'm gonna do if we qualify is rub some salt in that guy's head. He's got a bald head, so the rubbing would actually come up pretty well. But that's what I am going to do, because he's spoken too much. Shut up, concentrate on the game. We concentrate on our game, they concentrate on their game. Just shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. That's all I'm asking from that guy. Mind games are going to be played. They've won in the League 2 this weekend. It's going to be an equal game. I don't expect a Roma Bodo Glimt type of game. I really don't. Roma Bodo Glimt ended 4-0 to us. Do I expect a 4-0? I don't. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to go 4-0, but if it happens, I wouldn't be surprised. In fact, screw it. It's going to end 3-0 to us. I'm confident. 3-0 Roma. Yes, confident. Actually, no, 2-0 Roma, which is fine. I don't care. 2-0 Roma. Mark my words. Now, the last thing. We have to end it on a deep note. We have to end it on an emotional note. Because, look, let's face it. This might be the last match preview of our Europa League campaign. It may be one of... we may still have a few more. But on the other hand, it could also be the last one. I think to end this, however Thursday's game will go, we got to be proud of this team. Considering the fact that in the group stage, we literally got abominated by Ludogorets and what was the other team? No, not Real Sociedad, Real Betis. If someone in September/October would have told me you're reaching the quarterfinals of the Europa League, beating Real Sociedad and Salzburg, I would have gone, there is no chance. I am proud. No matter how Thursday will go, I'll be proud of this team. You look at the players we have and you look at the teams which were around us in this Europa League, and it's definitely not something which we would have signed on a piece of paper. But as much as if it ends, we'll be proud, we'll be even prouder if it continues. I think we'd be the happiest people on earth if we reach that final in Budapest, the 31st of May. But obviously, before speaking about the final, if we qualify, we've got the semi-finals. I just think we're going to play Thursday's game showing them what has characterized Mourinho's Roma, which is, as I said at the start, 11, not players, 11 brothers playing football on that pitch. It could go wrong, it could go bad. But I just think when you've got 11 players who know each other since the day they know each other really well. They've got a manager who maybe cares about them even more than what they do to themselves. And then you've got 70,000 fans around you cheering you. I just think it has to continue. At the end of the day, we all have a dream. We all have a dream of lifting that trophy in Hungary. But obviously, to make that dream happen, we gotta qualify. And I'm positive. I am faithful. Because we've gone through harder games and we've won harder games. We've gone through incredible moments, which just define what the Olympico factor is. If you were there at the stadium against Barcelona, yes, it was a completely different team, a different manager, a better team. But at the end of the day, the reason why we won that game was because of the fans, was because of that atmosphere. And it's going to happen all again. There's going to be a wild tifo apparently. There's going to be choreographies everywhere. We need to scare Feyenoord. We need to put them down. They need to step up on that pitch and be traumatized. Look, at the end of the day, nothing is impossible. In fact, look, the word impossible has got the phrase I'm possible in it. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's fucking do this. I'll catch you tomorrow for more updates. Mourinho's press conference reaction it's quite early tomorrow, but I'm gonna go live for it later that night. And smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts, if you're confident, your predictions. In fact, let's see what you guys think. I've put a poll on to ask if we're going through to the semi-finals. If we're not, let's see if people are confident or not. 76% say yes, 24% say no. I like that. I like that. I like that. Feyenoord, you're going down. But before that, Napoli, you're going down. So I'll catch you tomorrow. Click all of the things below. Thumbs up, subscribe, bell notification. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait. 2-0 Roma, people say. 3-1 Roma. 3-0 Roma. Let's do this. Dai Roma sempre. Odio Rotterdam. See you soon.